From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight, how a sitting chief minister barged into an ongoing ED raid and stole files. And at 9 p.m. as Trump takes control of Venezuelan oil, what does his proposed Russia sanctions bill mean for India? And ladies and gentlemen, what has happened in Kolkata is absolutely disgraceful. I still cannot believe that a chief minister can behave in the way in which Mamata Banerjee has done today. Mamata Banerjee, you are lowering the position of chief minister when you behave like this. In case you missed what happened, let me describe it for you in a nugget. The Enforcement Directorate, the ED, decided to carry out raids in a private company at the residence of the head of the private company called I-PAC and in the office of the private company. Now, this company apparently does electoral strategy and social media management, etc. for the Trinamool Congress. It is a private company. It is not the office of the Trinamool Congress. For whatever reason, we are told because of suspected hawala transactions, because of suspicious actions of this company, there was a raid by ED officials from a unit called the High Intensity Unit or the HIU. 7 officers came and they went to a house of a person called Pratik Jain who heads this company. By the way, this is originally Prashant Kishore's company. He claims he's no longer involved with it. Ladies and gentlemen, before you know it, Mamata Banerjee lands up where the raid is happening. She panics. She goes to the home of the head of this private company and decides to do everything possible to block the Enforcement Directorate. This is completely disgraceful behavior. And then she panics. First, she steps out of her car and goes to Pratik Jain's residence. And then she goes to the office of I-PAC. Ladies and gentlemen, why does the chief minister go to help a private company? She rushes in a state of absolute panic. Even before the office opens, even before the I-PAC employees themselves enter, Mamata Banerjee enters and walks out with a green file. There's something, she starts taking out files from there. Personally, she takes the commissioner and the DG of police of Bengal with her, like her own private employees, and goes into the office of I-PAC and says, take the files out, take the hard drives out, and then she starts taking away material from the office of I-PAC. People are stunned across India. Then she decides, I'm not going to leave this place. Ladies and gentlemen, she goes to the Sector 5 Salt Lake office. She enters a company called Godrej Waterside, goes to the 11th floor, goes to the I-PAC office and starts browbeating the ED officials. This is absolutely crazy behavior, ladies and gentlemen. She goes up and down, she takes documents. And while all of this is happening, ladies and gentlemen, she also snatches away in all of this the mobile phone and the laptop of Pratik Jain, the head of this private company, and takes it with her, confiscates it. I'm told that she also tried to take the laptop of one of the ED officials. Now, what is Mamata Banerjee hiding? What is she afraid of? What is there in that office of I-PAC, which is originally Prashant Kishore's company, that she does not want anyone to have access to? Let's first realize she has behaved in a completely, I wouldn't say unconventional, in a very suspicious manner. My first question is, Mamata Banerjee, what are you trying to hide? What is there in that office? What are there in those files that you're so scared if the ED gets their hands on it, that you'll be exposed? Are you afraid of being exposed? Now I have a series of questions here, ladies and gentlemen. We see Mamata entering the basement of that building, taking piles of documents in the car from that I-PAC office, coming out of the I-PAC office, giving a speech. And before I go into why I think her behavior is suspicious, I want to play a sequence of confrontations between Republic Bangla reporters, the brilliant reporters of Republic Bangla, and Mamata Banerjee. Just watch these series of interactions and how she runs away each time she is questioned. Take a look, a short clip.
দিদি কি বলবেন দিদি 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 কি বলবেন দিদি কি বলবেন দিদি 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 এই মুহূর্তে কি বলবেন এই মুহূর্তে তুমি দেখতে পাচ্ছ মুখ্যমন্ত্রী মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় I-PAC এর সহ প্রতিষ্ঠাতা কর্ণধার প্রতীক জৈনের বাড়িতে মুখ্যমন্ত্রী মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় প্রবেশ করলেন।
Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are multiple sequences like that. I asked for 4 to be played. 1 was played. I'm not going to lead into each one. Please play them.
দিদি উনি তো টিএমসির কেউ না, মানে কাকে বাঁচাতে আপনি এলেন? দিদি 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 উনি তো টিএমসির কেউ না, মানে কাকে বাঁচাতে আপনি এলেন? দিদি
আমি ছবি দেখে ফাইল নিয়ে সঞ্জয় নাইয়া এই মুহূর্তে ফাইল নিয়ে বানিয়ে যাচ্ছে। ফাইল নিয়ে মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় আসার পর তার গাড়িতে ফাইল ঢোকানো হচ্ছে। ফাইল ঢোকানো হচ্ছে, এই মুহূর্তে ছবি দেখানো হচ্ছে। ফাইল ঢোকানো হচ্ছে।
The reason I played those sound bites is for you to see for yourself how completely, what's the right word for it? How completely wound up Mamata Banerjee was. It was as if she was panicking that all her secrets will be found. The way she was behaving, she was like someone who had lost something very precious. She was going around, not looking at the media, but she was consumed with fear, ladies and gentlemen. She was consumed with fear. Why so is what the nation wants to know. I am pretty sure, Mamata Banerjee, this company only does social media for you. Does this company do anything else for you? Or for Abhishek Banerjee or anyone in your party? Please tell us, the nation wants to know. These are questions. Does this company only do social media for you? Question number 1. Does this company do only electoral analysis? Or does it manage other things? If so, what other things does it manage? What other information does it have? This so-called private company. What are you scared of would have been found in the home of this company? The nation wants to know. Have you outsourced any other work to this company? Have you outsourced any other work to this private company? Something which lets them run a parallel machinery. Is there any truth in that? It's only a question. Because Mamata Banerjee, this is a corporate setup. What is there to hide? What exactly are you trying to hide? Now, Mamata Banerjee, don't lie. I-PAC is not a party. You've gone around today, given a speech saying that, you know what? My party office has been raided. No. Since when did a private company become your party office? And if indeed you have rolled Trinamool Congress's operations into I-PAC, why so? The nation wants to know. You get votes in the name of the Trinamool Congress, then where is I-PAC? I-PAC is not a political party. Most importantly, Mamata Banerjee, what is in the green file? Why are you holding it so close to you? Why did you take the risk? Why did you embarrass yourself? Why are you creating a situation where you are a laughing stock today everywhere in the country? People are saying, how is the Chief Minister behaving? What were you trying to protect? The nation wants to know. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 2 things. Will Mamata Banerjee return Pratik Jain's mobile phone and laptop? This is becoming a Sherlock Holmes kind of mystery. Will she or will she not return? If she tries to clean the data from that laptop or phone, it will be found out. In fact, she could be in a trap already. Secondly, is it true that she was trying to put pressure on the ED officials to file a nil Panchanama? Why is she behaving like this? Here is a chief minister of one of the largest states of the country, most populous states, putting pressure on an officer to file a nil Panchanama. Is this the way to behave for a chief minister, to disgrace her position by behaving like a bully? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen, just think about it. Finally, once again, Mamata Banerjee, what exactly were you trying to hide? Puchta hai Bharat. The nation wants to know. Jawab chahe Bangla.
Unprecedented scenes in Kolkata.
এই মুহূর্তে তুমি দেখতে পাচ্ছ মুখ্যমন্ত্রী মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় I-PAC এর সহ প্রতিষ্ঠাতা কর্ণধার প্রতীক জৈনের বাড়িতে মুখ্যমন্ত্রী মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় প্রবেশ করলেন।
The Bengal Chief Minister walked straight into an active raid site.
দিদি এই মুহূর্তে কি বলবেন?
To collect all of our party hard disk, the candidate list, the party strategy, the party plan. Is it the duty of the ED and Amit Shah, the nasty home minister, the naughty home minister?
Confronted by Republic, she simply zoomed to her next stop.
দিদি I-PAC এর অফিসে কেন? সরাসরি আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি। দিদি দিদি কি বলবেন? দিদি দিদি I-PAC এর অফিসে কেন?
And then Mamata does the unthinkable at the Godrej Waterside IT Park in Salt Lake.
আমি ছবি দেখে ফাইল নিয়ে সঞ্জয় নাইয়া এই মুহূর্তে ফাইল নিয়ে বেরিয়ে যাচ্ছেন। ফাইল নিয়ে মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় আসার পর তার গাড়িতে ফাইল ঢোকানো হচ্ছে। এই মুহূর্তে ছবি দেখানো হচ্ছে, ফাইল ঢোকানো হচ্ছে।
She walks out with documents even as the raids are underway. She decided to stand guard.
BJP is a killer's party. They are the great killer of democracy. An IT office, I-PAC office. How can they do it like this? If I raid their party, their IT office, will it be all right?
The situation turned ugly as these goons targeted Republic Bangla.
What these people are doing, I'll show here. These gundas are trying to harass us. These are the gundas who are trying to harass us. This is the situation of West Bengal. This is the situation of West Bengal where where the TMC cadres are harassing Republic Network because we are speaking for the people, but we will stand here and we will report. We will talk for the people. These are TMC cadres trying to harass us.
The Enforcement Directorate links the raids to coal scam Hawala money.
Never before have we seen something like this, that a sitting chief minister has not only obstructed the enforcement directorate officials from carrying out their duties, but she has actually gone ahead, a step ahead, and literally threatened the enforcement directorate officers by telling them that they need to wind up the search proceedings. And not just that, the Panchnama, which is essentially a record of what they have essentially found and whatever they have seized, the Panchnama, they essentially wanted that to be mentioned as nil Panchnama, effectively meaning that the enforcement directorate did not find anything.
Mamata has stolen evidence and blocked public servants. A repeat offense. Will she return the files or face the law?
Okay, okay, Niladri of Trinamool Congress. Okay, we got Sanju Verma of BJP. Let's move fast. We got Satyaprakash Mishra of JDU. We got Niladri from TMC. We got Faizan Kidwai, spokesperson Samajwadi Party. Anmol Pawar of AAP. And yep, let's start. Okay. So, Niladri, she was hiding something. What was in the green file that she stole?
Arnab, she was not hiding something. Rather, the question should be raised that why the BJP is utilizing the ED to take out confidential and secret documents of the TMC.
No,
that is the first question which should be asked.
1 minute, 1 sec, just 1 minute. You said confidential and secret documents. What is the secrecy of the document in a private office called I-PAC? The private office, no? What's secret?
It is common knowledge that I-PAC does the voter profiling, manages the IT.
No problem, but does it do any money transactions? Does the I-PAC, 1 minute, does the I-PAC do any money transactions? Because when the ED comes in, it is only when there is a PMLA offense, which means it's a financial offense, PMLA, prevention of money laundering.
And the case which they are referring to refers to a 2020 case.
No, does the Trinamool Congress, I'll bring Sanju in on this 1 minute. Does the, just 1 minute, we'll give it focus. Niladri, does the Trinamool Congress, does the I-PAC, I don't know, I am only going to ask questions. Does the I-PAC manage any money? Distribute any money? I'm asking, does the I-PAC distribute any money? Or does it only look at likes and subscribers?
The question is that why does the BJP uses the institutions to fight a battle which it can't win politically?
Okay, I'll get Sanju on the debate. My question is not a leading question. It's an innocent question from an innocent man. Does the I-PAC handle any money? That's all. You can say yes or no. But the way she has taken the files out, Sanju is on the debate. Sanju, the charge against your party is that you're targeting her politically. You want her political secrets. You want her strategy. That's why you've raided the office using the ED, because you want the secret of Mamata's political strategy. Sanju.
Thank you, Arnab. You know, I just want to say a couple of things here. Do you remember when the SIR exercise started in West Bengal, openly threatening the election commission? What did Mamata Banerjee say? Amake aghat korle ami shara Bharat Varsho hiliye debo. If you dare touch me, if you dare undertake this exercise, I will create an upheaval in the entire country. Despite the fact that the Election Commission is a constitutional body under Article 324. And Mamata Banerjee's today's anguish is not an isolated case. She has abused the BSF. She has in the past, in 2022, when the Enforcement Directorate landed in Birbhum, after the Birbhum massacre, when the CBI landed there, Trinamool goons, they tried attacking the ED and CBI officials. This is the same Mamata Banerjee who, after the Arjikor rape, instead of sacking the then police commissioner Vineet Goyal, guess what is the new position of Vineet Goyal? I did not interject. I don't understand. What is wrong with you? Did I heckle you? Fine.
Okay, big political debate tonight. Viewers, 1 minute.
Why do you need it?
One question here, one question. Okay, 1 minute. May I just ask you a thing?
What kind of
1 minute. 1 minute.
Debate is this?
1 minute. Please, may I just intervene for a moment? You see, let's look at it very logically.
I was quiet when he was talking.
Yeah, just a moment.
I was absolutely quiet.
Just a moment, please. Just a moment.
Niladri, can you
Mamata Banerjee allegedly has gone to the ED officials and said, after taking away and stealing on the documents which she says are hers, after running away with the green file, she has also taken away Pratik Jain's mobile phone and laptop. Now, what secrets are there, the nation wants to know, in the mobile phone and laptop of Pratik Jain, the co-founder of I-PAC? By the way, I keep repeating, this is Prashant Kishore's company. Maybe not technically today, but non-technically, the way everyone who knows I-PAC in India knows it through Prashant Kishore. Prashant Kishore, where are you today? The nation wants to know. This is the office where you used to manage everything for Mamata. Where are you, Prashant Kishore? Nation wants to know. Now tell me one thing. Why did she confiscate the mobile phone, the laptop? Chor ki dari mein tinka. The question is, Faizan, something's very shady about this. Why is she doing it? And why is she taking the DG and commissioner with her to intimidate the ED?
I'll tell you, sir. Good evening, first of all. Good evening to you and to the fellow panelists. And Mr. Goswami, as Mamata Banerjee has explicitly said that these are personal documents of TMC, and this has nothing to do with the corruption probe. So, first of all, this violates Article 19, which talks about freedom of association. So, what ED was doing was unconstitutional. As Bharatiya Janata Party, and a lot of people are asking what Mamata Banerjee has to hide. So, kindly tell me, Bharatiya Janata Party people, what Prime Minister Narendra Modi had to hide, that he wasn't disclosing the PM care funds. Why were they kept out of the
don't make this about Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Why were they kept out of the ambits of RTI? What was Narendra Modi hiding?
Calm down, everyone. Calm down. Only two voices. Niladri, stay out of it. Niladri, stay out of it. Niladri, stay out of it.
Mr. Goswami, you have to let me speak.
Yeah, 1 minute. Sanju, let him attack you. You attack him. You attack him after he attacks you, but not over him. Sanju, no, 1 minute. Now you, Faizan, chill. Chill, Faizan, Phil. Chill this moment. Chill right now, I'm telling you. And Sanju, don't intervene right now. Calm down. Order. Sanju, calm down. Let him attack you. You attack him after. You let him attack you. You attack him after. Then I otherwise lose the audio track, right? I lose the audio track. Then people tell me, Arnab, why do people speak over each other? I say, I don't know. Now listen, let him. Faizan, complete your point in 30 seconds. Please calm down. Welcome, Jyotsna. The debate's hotting up. Yeah.
This is so obvious. Viewers
Interactive
see how the Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson got rattled the moment I spoke about PM care funds to aapka paisa chori kiya tha. And these are the very people who were not letting you.
Sanju, do not respond to every word and hyphen used by him. Sanju, don't do that.
Who are the donors through electoral bonds? They stole around 6,000 crores, I'll tell you. Aurobindo Pharma was accused. They took crores of rupees and the case has been dropped. Then there's Mega Engineering. They took 966 crore. Case was dropped. Future Gaming, 1,400 crore. Your money. Bharatiya Janata Party took money from these big companies and the cases were shut down. So this is the child character of Bharatiya Janata Party. Do they have even any iota of credibility? Okay, Sanju Verma, I'll just tell you what the observations of the Honorable Supreme Court are about
Sanju!
And money laundering which has been done by IPAC. When it comes to money laundering, the Enforcement Directorate has suo motu part under Section 16, 17, 18 and 19 of the PMLA. Mamata Banerjee should be arrested under Section 238 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita.
Is the BJP officially asking for 1 minute, Sanju, 1 minute. Did you just ask for Mamata Banerjee's arrest? Are you doing so in your personal or professional capacity? Sanju, are you asking for the arrest of Mamata Banerjee as a BJP spokesperson? Shall I carry a breaking news grid that BJP demands immediate arrest of Mamata Banerjee? Are you doing so consciously, fully aware that you're here as a BJP spokesperson asking for the arrest of a chief minister?
Yes, let me finish. I'm very, very sure of what I'm saying.
Mr.
I don't
Goswami,
want the Samajwadi Party.
She didn't let me speak.
This
is
so
Sanju Verma, why don't you answer my question? Sanju Verma, why don't you answer my question?
Ask this man to shut up first.
Why don't you first of all answer my questions? Why do you need TMC's personal data?
This radical jihadi goon off the
because
screen.
you know you cannot defeat Mamata
I will not
Banerjee
debate like this,
electorally.
Arnab.
Calm down now. 1 minute, viewers. Okay, now Faizan, just chill down. Bring your blood pressure down. Slowly, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Anulom Vilom. 1 minute, calm down. Now my question is to Jyotsna. I'll have to have a ceasefire in this for 20 seconds. Do not call him a jihadi, please, Sanju. 1 minute. Now question
Let me finish.
You are a jihadi, Sanju
No, let
Verma.
me finish.
You are a
I need to get everyone in.
Fair enough, good.
I will give everybody their turn, but right now there are 4 people who haven't spoken on the debate. I'm drawing them in and I'm getting in.
I say Mamata Banerjee should be arrested.
Break
because
it.
in her position as the Chief Minister of West Bengal, she had no business going to Pratik Jain's residence and trying to obstruct the ED.
All right, I hear you now and now you hear me. Ladies and gentlemen, my question is that obviously if you see the visuals and I commented over it, Jyotsna and Anmol, we are looking at the legal precedent, the present situation. The fact of the matter is that this is not the Trinamool Congress office. what was arrested. And the ED says that no party office has been searched. The search is not linked to any elections and is part of a regular crackdown on money laundering. So the ED is saying this is about money laundering. Now, if there is no money laundering, then good. If there is money laundering, then it cannot be protected. You cannot say that, the I-PAC, where Prashant Kishore is to work out of, is a quasi-party office. It's either a party office or not. Right, Jyotsna? As of now, it's not a party office. It's disgraceful to see the chief minister turn into the person handling the security of a private office. What on earth is going on in Kolkata? The nation wants to know tonight. Jyotsna is on this hot debate this evening. Jyotsna. First TDP, then up. Jyotsna. Unmute, Jyotsna. Unmute.
Arnabji, it's very clear. I hope I'm clear, Arnabji.
Yes, loud and clear, even louder.
Okay. Now, the point is that the debate and the discussion tonight is not, BJP versus TMC or things like that. It's about just the nation wants to know today that how can a chief minister walk in where an ED raid is going on, simply take some documents and walk out of there.
Louder.
And then again come back and say that I am the victim. The point is you have committed a crime there and then you say I am the victim. Now, my simple question lies, if she says that those are her documents, her party's documents, then she could have sent somebody, those documents could have been checked by the ED officials there and they could have handed over to her. Simple.
We'll have to improve your audio. I'll get a response in the meantime from Satya. Satya, can you take that forward? Satya, because TDP audio is not good. Improving the TDP audio. Satya. Satya, the fact is a chief minister cannot snatch documents during a raid. This has never happened in Indian history. I keep underlining it. This cannot happen. There is a process, there's a protocol, there's a convention, and there's a way of behaving, for God's sake. Satya.
Arnab, the act of this Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee, is commission of offence under the law. If any common man like you, me, or any other people would intervene or disrupt the process of any government agency, investigating agency, we will be liable to face the consequences of law and will get arrested by that such kind of
Then why was
act.
she not arrested on the spot? Why was she not arrested? Why was she allowed to go out with a file?
Because, the ED's responsibility not to arrest Mamata Banerjee. The ED's responsibility was to carry out a raid.
In that sense, has the ED failed in its duty? Has the ED, one minute, has the ED, why did the ED allow her to go out with the files?
The green, because she snatched the file. She rushed there with
so she snatched the file. I mean, she's not Muhammad Ali. She snatched the file, stop her and take it away from her.
The West Bengal.
No, one minute. I don't understand this. You are saying tonight, and this is a mad situation we are in. It's a crazy situation we are in. It's an unseen situation we are in. Full frame visuals. I want to talk over it for 20 seconds. The ED raids a private office.
Has nothing to do with constitution. She is ready to violate all laws.
No, but for God's sake, if you believe,
one minute. Nothing to do with democracy as well.
She's looking angry. She's looking confused. She's pushing back the cameras. She's looking totally possessed. She's looking panicked. Look at her. She's gone completely. She's out of control out here. Increase the audio. Let the people get a sense of what's going on. Play the loop from the beginning. Look at her. She comes out.
Didi, কি বলবেন? Didi. Didi.
And she says she goes there, or barita kothay. Let me repeat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first shot we get. 1 minute, back on the screen with the guest here right now. This is the first visual we have of Mamata Banerjee looking completely possessed, like God knows what's going on. And she says out there, or barita kothay. This is very early in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. She just lands up like that at the residence of the head of a private company with her DGP and her commissioner. She's crazy. There's something in that house. There's something in that office she doesn't want the ED to get its hands to. What could that be?
That green file which which she snatched away. You know, that green file must have some black deep nexus between the private limited company and the Mamata Banerjee personally.
No, 1 minute. Now I'll show you a confrontation between Republic Bangla anchor Kishalai, Republic Bangla anchor Kishalai and Mamata. Let's play this one. Please listen to this. Listen to this.
চুরির টাকা ব্যবহার হয়েছে দিদি মমতা ব্যানার্জি চুরির টাকা ব্যবহার করেছেন মমতা ব্যানার্জি আপনারা কি চুরির টাকা ইলেকশনে ব্যবহার করেছেন মমতা ব্যানার্জি আপনারা কি কয়লা চুরির টাকা ব্যবহার করেছেন মমতা ব্যানার্জি আপনারা কি কয়লা চুরির টাকা ব্যবহার করেছেন মমতা ব্যানার্জি আপনারা কি কয়লা চুরির টাকা ব্যবহার করেছেন আপনারা কি কয়লা চুরির টাকা ব্যবহার করেছেন ইলেকশনে আপনারা কি কয়লা চুরির টাকা ক্যামেরাটা এদিকে আপনারা কি কয়লা চুরির টাকা ব্যবহার করেছেন আমাদের দালাল বলছেন এদিকে ক্যামেরা আলিদা এদিকে মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় আপনি কি কয়লা চুরির টাকা ব্যবহার করেছেন
Kishalai there. You can see she clearly here. She goes away from the Republic Bangla camera today. Republic Bangla, the most popular channel and network. There is another network which is a min-min channel. We call it Tausif, a min-min channel. It's a scared, cowardly channel which doesn't ask that question. She could have answered. She could have said, no, I have not taken money from any coal scam and used it for the election. She doesn't say that. Tausif.
Arnab, you suggested that Mamata Banerjee was possessed. You must not indulge into such superstitious statement because this is a criminal act under the law. You must never promote any.
Mamata Banerjee can abuse the Prime Minister.
I'm saying she's looking like she's panicked. My question is here.
Abuse the Election Commission.
Mamata Banerjee is a tigress. Anyone comes to attack her should be ready.
Tausif and Sanju. One minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. I am not bothered. Tausif, 1 minute. Sanju, calm down. First question is Sanju, 1 minute. Let me say one thing to Tausif because he said something to me out there. 1 minute.
Mamata Banerjee needs to go and visit a shrink.
This is a 1 minute. No personal comments. Let's keep it professional. My point is, Sanju, that as far as the law is concerned, and Tausif, we need to look at the facts here. Anmol, interference with the investigative process. Interference with the investigative process under Article 256 of the Constitution, 257 of the Constitution, and if you had done this, Anmol, you would be arrested under Section 221 of the BNS, which is obstructing a public servant in the discharge of their public functions. This is clearly mentioned under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. It's also under 132 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, where you are using assault or criminal force to stop a public servant from doing their duty. Now, this is unseen. See, the point is, Anmol, if there is nothing, if it is the social media profile as you are claiming it is, this is just an innocent company. It does like subscriber social media management for Mamata. Then why is she behaving like this? Is this company doing anything else? Anmol, would you have behaved in this manner?
Good evening, Arnabji. Arnabji, agencies like ED and CBI, they have lost their credibility a long time back. They are working at the behest of the ruling party, Bharatiya Janata Party.
I am not going to sit here and take this lightly.
You know what?
Stop demonizing our
even
institution.
The honorable
Your
Arnabji,
boss, Arvind Kejriwal, is out on bail.
I didn't interject.
Your deputy
Please,
boss, Manish Sisodia, is out on bail.
Can I put my point?
Satendra Jain, one of your other bosses, is out on bail.
Our leader,
Sanjay Singh, is
the
out
same
on bail.
agency, the
your
same agency
top brass is out
gave
on bail.
clean chit to our leader Satendra Jain, saying that they are filing a closure report because there is no evidence.
Sanju, 1 minute. May I?
There was no evidence.
1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute. Anmol, I'm countering your point. Sanju, please don't just allow me to counter his point factually with a very important example I want to refer to tonight, Anmol. And the example is this. Anmol, Sanju, please don't speak over him. 1 minute. Anmol, the example is this. 1 minute. Anmol, the example is this. The example is this, Anmol. You need to prepare to be countered. You see, Bengal is a part of India. 1 minute. Listen to me now. Everyone, just please don't interrupt me. I'll establish the point in 30 seconds, right? I won't even have to raise my voice, so calm down. please understand, Bengal is a part of India. It is a state of India. Okay? You cannot say, I will do what the hell I want. Now, in February 2019, 8 CBI officers had reached the official residence of Rajiv Kumar. Then he was a Kolkata police commissioner to question him in the Sharada chit fund case. Okay? Now, whenever, and this question is to Niladri also, everyone 2 versus 2. If today, Niladri, you are a lawyer and I'm a police, I want to question you, and you don't cooperate, then I have a right. I have a right to arrest you for non-cooperation. Okay? Mamata Banerjee, instead of allowing the questioning to happen, she picked up the CBI officers, told the Kolkata police, take them to the Shakespeare Sarani police station. She, 1 minute. She deployed large contingents of Kolkata police around CBI offices, around the Joint Director's office, around the ED offices, right? And it became a situation where one began to fear, Niladri, that this lady believes that she does not believe that the law of the country applies to Bengal. Now that is a different situation. 1 minute, this is you can't allow that. She can't allow that. She can't allow that. She can't allow that. She cannot defy tomorrow. She'll defy every single constitutional norm. And let me ask you, what are you scared of? Is your party's name Anmol in those papers? Is your party's name in those papers?
Why was Mamata Banerjee
1 minute.
so desperate to rush to Pratik Jain?
One of you audio control, please. Right now, I'll tell you. One minute. By the way, Niladri.
What is the relationship between Pratik Jain and Mamata Banerjee?
You've given one
I demand an
I
answer.
one at a time. Niladri up. 1 minute.
2021.
What's the
Niladri right now, please. Sanju, 1 minute. Niladri, 30 seconds to Niladri.
Yes. See, you have known one instance, or not. Let me tell you the second instance. In 2021, there was an allegation of the CM that she had barged into the CBI office and the 4 ministers were arrested. The matter went up till Supreme Court. Words like mobocracy and all these things came up.
Of course, it's a mobocracy in Bengal.
But ultimately, what happened? The Supreme Court and the Calcutta High Court refused to intervene. And the matter is lying in court.
Let me give you a more recent example of the mobocracy in Bengal, and Sanju and you are on the debate. 1 minute. I would like Niladri and Sanju to be on the screen. Niladri, Sanju, 1 minute. Sanju, can you not be the audio track here? Give me a moment.
TMC's IT cell. It raises question. The nation should know this.
Audio, one at a time.
Functioning only as the B team of the BJP.
Sanju.
And the B team of the
Talk about the
BJP.
Hawala operations of the Shakambari group. What is the relationship between Mamata Banerjee and the Shakambari group? The CEO of Shakambari, Deepak Agarwal, is a close friend of Mamata Banerjee. Last year, the Shakambari group had a turnover of more than 6,000 crores. And this happened out of almost zero.
Now 1 minute. Sanju, don't do the whole reading here. I'm asking a very specific question. I want AAP and TMC on air for a moment. Everyone else, please put them in a 4 window, 2 windows on the side. I have a specific question here to Anmol. See, Anmol, there is one thing which connects TMC and Aam Aadmi Party. You know what that is? Goa. Both the parties, Trinamool and Aam Aadmi Party, have spent a lot of money in Goa in pursuing political ambitions in Goa, Niladri and Anmol. Now, I am not saying anything, but ED sources are saying that both TMC and AAP presumably could have been using some people, or rather same people, in Goa. I'm not saying anything else, anything more. I have, please, thank you. Now the question is, please understand out here. I just am asking a question, okay, Niladri and Anmol, listen carefully to the question. Did either Trinamool or Aam Aadmi Party use any people connected to any syndicate who in turn had any links with any Hawala operators? Was any money used or not used in the electoral process from Goa right? Because IPAC also worked in Goa. IPAC is not a event management company. IPAC, listen to me, you first hear the question, don't be in a hurry to respond. People are listening to every word I'm saying tonight. IPAC is not a company that organizes rock concerts. IPAC is a company that works for political parties. You people have said that IPAC only does subscribers, likes, dislikes, Facebook, Meta, social media management. It's an innocent little small company of Prashant Kishore. Small company, it does innocent work where bright young people do social media management. कुछ करते ही नहीं, ये content creators हैं ये लोग. यही हमारी magic है. This is what has been told to the people / sold to the people. Now I am asking you, at any point of time, do you recollect IPAC doing any other stuff, any hanky-panky, any money matter, any transactions in cash check kind? Think closely before you reply.
To answer your question, Arnab, first of all, the raids of the ED is not linked to whether on the TMC. It is linked to a cow smuggling. It is linked to a cow smuggling case of 2020 where all the accused have been given bail.
How do you know? The ED officers told you?
The case linked to the coal scam.
The case was in coal
The
scam
raid
for
by
the
the
last 5
ED
years.
is linked to the
Today
coal
the election
scam.
has come.
It is not linked to cow smuggling. It is linked to the coal scam.
Secondly,
and the
if
people
the
involved
ED
in the
feels
coal scam
that TMC is involved in this, why don't you file an FIR against the TMC and investigate?
The
You
people
will not
involved
do
in
that.
coal scam
You don't have
are
the guts
Mamata
on that.
Banerjee's
And
close
I'm very
associate
shocked,
Deepak
Arnab,
who runs
by
a company
seeing the
called
BJP
Shakhampari Group.
spokesperson defending
The coal scam
ED,
involves
the investigating
people like
agency,
Pratik Jain,
the person.
who
So
is a
it
very close
clearly
associate of
proves
Mamata
that the
Banerjee.
BJP
So
is in
the
cahoots with
ED
the
raid has
ED
to do
and
with
they are
the
using
coal
the ED
scam.
to have a backdoor.
Hello, 1 minute,
The
please,
ED
speakers,
raid
not to
has
be
to
taken.
do with coal theft
Literally.
from Eastern Coalfields
EDs.
Limited situated in West
People of
Bengal.
Bengal know
This has nothing
that
to do with the
CBI,
cattle
ED and
smuggling
all these
scam.
agencies
You don't
only
even know
wake
the
up before the
basics of the
elections.
topic of
And
the
after the
debate
election,
and
they
you're
will go up
ranting
to the
on and on and on. And I demand that Mamata Banerjee should be
Sanju, we
arrested
know.
for obstructing a
You
public
don't want to
official
make a
from
political
doing
martyr
his
of Mamata Banerjee.
duty.
You
Mamata
can't fight
Banerjee
her
should
on
be
the streets.
arrested
You
for
can't fight her
tampering
on the
with
road.
electronic
You can't fight her
evidence. And
electorally.
Mamata
And today
Banerjee
you
should
are
be
trying
arrested
to a
for
backdoor
should
entry.
send someone
See,
to
some
collect
SIR
something.
has backfired on you.
investigation
See, all
site
these
herself
cases.
all
rushed to the
necessary
Please
electronic
understand.
proof.
where the
When
raid
all
was going
ministers
on.
were arrested, when
And
so
she
many
snatched
ministers
the
were
file
arrested,
from
Should
ED.
Mamata Banerjee be
never
arrested,
went to
yes
the
or no?
Dharna.
She seized the
For
laptop,
preventing the
mobile phone
enforcement
and
directive
everything.
from
Trying to
And
discharging
steal
so the
and
huge amount of
implementing
file was thrown in.
obligations to justice.
I am asking again. I'd like to see. I'll ask you a question. Let me give you a hypothetical situation tonight. Let me give you a hypothetical situation. I want Jyotsna to be on air. Jyotsna and Satya Prakash will be on air. Let me give you a hypothetical situation. Suppose there is a political party. Hypothetical has no bearing to any real situation as of this minute. Suppose, Jyotsna, there is a political party that outsources financial work and financial dealings to a company. Suppose that company does financial dealings with Hawala operators. Suppose crores of rupees are transacted through a private company in a hypothetical situation for a political party to make payments, manage people, manage situations, do payoffs, etc. like that, right? And if that is done using Hawala connections, cash transactions, tell me then, Jyotsna, is it a crime or not? Is it money laundering or not in that hypothetical situation? Jyotsna.
Arnab, every small child knows what it is. Now, I'll come because I have very less time. So I request you to give me 1 minute to just ask a question to whoever is backing Mamta Di or whoever is, backing TMC. My question is simple. If there some documents, confidential documents of TMC were there, they could have sent somebody. Got that. One second, Anmolji, you don't have to intervene here. You don't have to back Mamta Ji so much. Let me answer. My point is simple. They could have sent somebody, asked them to come there, check those documents, and then she could have taken. Why did she literally had to snatch the documents from there? And then again she plays the victim card. Why does she play the victim card? Why does she
information that she has snatched?
victim card
It is all hearsay. It is all hearsay, ma'am, that she has snatched.
She is the thief, and then she comes back. It is visible. It is visible. Sir, it is visible. You have to understand that. Sir, where is
just spreading canards.
Sir, does a chief minister walk to a raid place of an ED? Does a chief minister walk to a place where a ED raid is going on?
It is her job to
Is it your
protect the
party office, sir?
in the best,
Sir, is it your party office? 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 It's not your party office.
Yes,
it's not your party office. It is not your party office.
It is an office of an agency which deals with the TMC.
Or you yourself are a thief.
It is an office which deals with the TMC IPAC. You want to have my voter list. You want to have my surveys.
Why did you go there?
You want to have all my confidential
Don't you know it is
documents. Why do you
unconstitutional?
want? You did not get through,
Sir, don't you know that it's a crime to get into an ED raid?
No, unless, okay.
Don't you know it's a crime?
Just 1 minute, Niladri. A specific question.
Don't you know that
a specific question, please.
To go to a place
unless she feels that the fingerprints are hers or her party's. Faizan, I repeat here today, have the Trinamool people left any fingerprints in the IPAC office or evidence which they feel could get them in trouble? Is that the reason she behaved unnaturally?
Arnab ji,
Faizan.
any small kid will tell you the answer for that.
Okay.
Any small
Ma'am, Jyotsna ji, please kindly let me. Since you are supporting Bharatiya Janata Party, I would want you to kindly ask this question to Bharatiya Janata Party. It's very unfortunate. Bharatiya Janata Party in this unholy nexus of ED.
I'm not supporting
Right, you're supporting the
system.
Right. I'm helping you. I'm giving you some information. Kindly just do some analysis here, madam. Now try and understand. Bharatiya Janata Party is using ED not only to target political opponents, but also Bharatiya Janata Party is using ED to destroy the lives of innocent Indians. You know what? The climate activist Harjeet Singh has been targeted by ED. You know why? Because he's trying to put for fossil fuel non-proliferation treaty, and who's going to benefit from this? Who will be troubled from this? This is going to threaten the massive coal and petrochemical expansion plans of Adani.
Too many voices. Sanju, and you'll have to manage it on your own. Sanju is speaking. I'm telling you, Sanju is speaking.
Malik of Narendra Modi, and that's the reason this man has been targeted. So you see, they are using ED not only against the political opponents, but viewers, your life is also under threat.
Faizan, should she return? Okay, next question here today. Tausif, will she return? Will your leader, Tausif, will your leader return the mobile phones and the laptops that she has stolen?
Vanished with the electronic evidence. Why?
No.
Why did Mamata Banerjee vanish with the electronic evidence?
Please,
from the investigation site?
Please, shut up.
Tausif, thank you, Sanju. Tausif.
Now, Arnab, on one side, we have the extended arm of BJP, which is ED officers, and on this side, we have Trinamool. Therefore, elections are on.
No, but if the court tells her, 1 minute, if the court tells her to return the papers, if the court tells her to return the papers, if the court tells, if you're not either listening to me, so it's pointless, Niladri. If the court tells her, you're not listening to me, you're making a suo moto comment. Niladri, if the court tells her to return the phone, return the laptop, will she or won't she?
Although it's a hypothetical question,
it's not hypothetical.
Matter is coming up tomorrow. We have to see what the court decides. Pratik Jain has also filed a writ petition on that.
No.
And let the court decide.
No.
First of all, it should be decided that whether she is actually taking something or not, and what are the
Mamata Banerjee needs to be arrested under section 221, 225, 228, 238 and 241 of the Bharatiya Nyaya
Niladri!
It's as simple as that.
What is stopping you? Please go ahead.
Mamata Banerjee,
please go ahead. Sanju ma'am, you know you cannot fight Mamata Banerjee personally. You know it politically also cannot fight. If you feel that she has committed a crime, what stopped the ED officers?
Sanju, what stopped the ED officers? Sanju, why? 1 minute, Sanju, listen to me. Why did the ED officers allow her to walk away with the files? Why did the ED officers give her a long rope? Why did the ED not physically obstruct her? Why did the ED not physically obstruct her?
No.
because they realize...
Sanju, answer!
Why has Mamata Banerjee decided to vanish with the electronic proof?
No, anyway,
And
in
what
conclusion...
is so scary in those files?
Okay,
that
in
Mamata
conclusion,
Banerjee has
one point tonight, viewers, thank you. In conclusion, I also would like to question the ED. The ED should not have just stood there and allowed Mamata Banerjee to get away. Her behavior has set a terrible precedent. But it's also a terrible precedent when a major investigating agency of the country allows a chief minister in front of the entire national media to get away with a crime. When I'm back, we have Jeffrey Sachs tonight. He's a big voice. He's an anti-Trump voice. Very, very respected geostrategic voice tonight on what Trump could and might not do vis-a-vis India. When I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.